How does NEXA Mortgage Revenue Share work? When you find a great place to work and grow your business, when you find a company that doesn't want your database of clients, lets you pick your pricing model, lets you pick your lenders, your processors, and literally allows you to choose every aspect of how you do business, then it's only natural to want to share this good news with your friends. I always feel like Morpheus from The Matrix, right? Trying to rescue all my Neo LOs from their retail lending legacy models, right? Welcome to the Freedom Framework, people. Will you take the red pill or the blue pill? NEXA Mortgage is famous for their revenue sharing model. It's like an MLM, but for mortgage. And it's fairly straightforward. For every loan officer you recruit, you will be paid 4% of the investor check, less a 25 basis points corporate share. That's 4% of the broker compensation check, less 25 bips. Okay, so for example, on a $325,000 loan amount making 200 bips, the investor check would be $6,500. Less 25 bips would go to the brokerage, and the remaining 4% of that check, like 200 some odd dollars, would go to you, all for inviting a friend. That's 4% on every eligible recruit file in perpetuity. The best thing about this is the revenue share doesn't come out of your pay. It's not an override. As a recruiter, you are not a branch manager, nor expected to hold any managerial responsibilities. You're simply receiving additional income as the company shares its revenue with you. Cheers to that. NEXA offers 3-level downlines. You can have as many people in your downline as you want, but here are the minimums in order to open up additional downline levels. This is where you monetize on the recruits of those you have recruited. First of all, you must recruit 1 loan officer into your first level downline in order to receive revenue share at all. Then you must recruit 5 loan officers into your first level downline in order to open up the second level. And you must recruit 10 loan officers in your first level downline in order to open up a third. So for example, if you recruit 3 loan officers and one of those LOs recruits someone else, you will not monetize on that recruit until you have 5 loan officers in your first level downline. This is considered being a sponsor. As an LO sponsor, you want to make sure that they get onboarded and properly settled in. Answer all their questions and so forth, okay? A sponsor is a friend the loan officer can turn to for general help and advice on all things NEXA. A partner who has their backs and makes sure that they are profitable. A sponsor is not a manager, an onboarding specialist, a scenario coach, or a processor. So, who is this platform really good for? A loan officer who's thought about building a team for extra income, but maybe doesn't want the managerial or coaching responsibilities, or quite frankly, the headaches of a team leader. This would work really well for that person. A current or previous branch manager. Use your trusted name and connections to grow your downline and help loan officers discover the Freedom Framework, right? Open up a whole nother line of profit for you. Perhaps a broker owner who has already got the team and the value and the volume to earn NEXA 100 but doesn't want the broker responsibilities of legal and compliance anymore. Some of the fine print. An eligible recruit is considered active if they close at least one loan in an applicable month. Participation in revenue share is optional and carries both risks and benefits. So while yes, compensation is possible, there's also a risk of loss. You are responsible for any negative ledger balance of your first through third generation recruits if the recruit is no longer contracted or employed by NEXA. What does this mean? Well, it means if they split and they leave a negative balance on their ledger, you're responsible for it. You will be eligible to receive an override on eligible recruits so long as you either 1, produce at least one closed loan a month in that month, or 2, recruit 2 loan officers to the company that month. If these requirements are not met and there is an override available, the first $1,000 will stay with the company to sort of satisfy that requirement. So you might make money, you might not. It just depends on how much revenue share you have coming to you. So, what's it going to be, Neo? You can take the blue pill and your story ends. You'll wake up tomorrow in your bed, believing whatever you want. Or you can take the red pill, stay in Wonderland, and find out just how deep the rabbit hole goes.